we've got it done. We've got all of our stuff on there. We've got it so it'll go on the page. We like it. Nothing wrong with it. But stay tuned to the very end of the video. I know when I'm talking about this and I'm talking about how to do it, I say that's it. It's done, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's not. I forgot. I got to do K for key focal point. Okay, so we'll get to that in the second half of the video. So stay tuned. And can you imagine, this is going to be my key focal point. But we'll talk about that further into the video. I still have to get this one ready. This one's going to be a steampunk version, and I did do a couple of different things on this one. I have it so that you can put it on however you want. You can put it on this way, or you can flip it upside down and put it on that way. So that will change up some of what we do, I think. Put it on this side or this side. Yeah, you could either put it on, see, either way it's going to have that back to it. It's going to have the window on one side or the other. Now, I did do the belly band. We're not done with that. I will embellish that, but that's just goes with this. And we will do some key focal points on here too, but not yet. Okay, this may come in another video. I'm not entirely sure, but I think this turned out overall really nice. So let's get started, and then we'll talk about K for key focal points at the very end of the second half of this video. All right, guys, I'll be back. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video it is J for junk mailer transformations. So I believe that was it. Let me double check just so I don't get it wrong. I'll be right back. Correct, it was junk mailer transformations. So what we're going to do is we're going to make over the paper, over your book, journal covers. So if you're on this side, you're going to see whatever's on that page, but then you're going to flip it to the next page, and this side will be blank, and that's okay, unless you want to cut another photo in the journal itself. I'm okay with it being this side one day, this side the next day, because I'm going to collage mine with different greens in one. So I'm just going to tear these and mount them onto the journal, the mailer, like so. So I'm not too convinced I want to take that off. I think that kind of looks cool. Maybe I'll make it a little thinner. So we wanted about 1/2 inch, because that's about 1/2 inch, or just over. This might work better. Very good. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and you're just going to tear your pages up and collage it all on the front, and then flip it over and collage it on the back, and then you may want to ink, and it's as simple as that. And then this one, we'll get to that one, but like I said, it's going to depend on what page you're on. You can put something in here if you'd like, just to make sure you can see whatever's in the background. That is entirely up to you. In fact, you could glue it there and fold it over there, and it'll be less work for you to do, right? Entirely up to you. You can put lace on this edge. Entirely up to you. I don't have any green up here. I have the blue. I'll go with the blue just to show you. You could do lace on both those edges, which isn't, like I said, entirely optional, right? But I might do that. I might come back and do lace in the right color, though, not that color. So anyhow, then when you're done, like I said, these are going to slide over your book page, you will have to cut the bottom to fit your page. See, not all journals are created equal. So I go ahead and I make mine. And this one would be cut about right there. You need to be a little bit larger. Okay, so then what did I do with the rest of that? I kept it because now I can cover these with that same paper and create a belly band. Nothing gets wasted. And then of course you've got two belly bands here. Cut one out and glue the other on. Pretty simple, right? All right, so let's get started. And when I return, you'll see our work of art. And for the inside of this one, you can use a smaller glue stick in order to get that in there. Ooh, I also have, I have this stuff, guys. Look at that. Let's see what we can do with this. Forgot I had it. How could I forget, right? This I might just put on that back side. Look at this. Right? This one. And I might put that on the inside to cover that window, of course. Why would I not, right? Why would I not? Why would I not? All right, so let's get this ball rolling. Again, when we come back, we're just collaging. That's all you're going to do. Okay? Basic stuff. Just like that. I should have inked that, huh? Oh well. We can ink the next one. So that's what we're going to do. I'm curious to see what you guys create. You know that if you do this over in my community page, you can actually post a picture of what you're doing. Okay, so with that being said, I hope to see you guys over there. All right, so now this one we're going to open up. We'll lay this guy down. Get him all glued. We're going to open this gigantic light. We'll slide this fella in and lay him down. Do I care if it's wrinkled? No. It just gives it junk journal flavor. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, does it get any better than that? I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I missed a little piece right there, but that's okay because I'm going to add this guy to right there. Look at that. I'm going to use this and then just cover it with these pieces. Oh my goodness. How did I stumble on that? I guess I'm lucky. Now, I'm not going to worry about the rest because, like I said, it's always going to live on a book page. You're only going to see what's in front of it when it's in the book, or over the book. Right? That's it. That's it, guys. Sorry about the glare. All right. I love that idea. I'm definitely going to use that. All right, so when we come back, these will be decorated and ready to show you. So with that being said, stick around. No, don't stick around. This is the end of the video because I'm just showing you how to do it. And in the very beginning of the video, you're going to see them already done. All right, guys, see you in just a minute. Okay, guys, we're waiting for this piece to dry. So let's go ahead and do the focal point on this other one. This one still is kind of flimsy, as you can see, but we'll get there. We're just going to set it aside to dry. And then our first one, you remember, was this, and it could actually have a little something on here, but I like that. So we're going to flip it over. And then we're going to put this a slightly closer to the top because we may need to cut some off the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay, and then I forgot this piece right here. So let's work on that. Let's work on that. This one will go nicely. Yeah. And so focal point, key focal point is where you want the eyes to go first. That's where you're going to pay most of your attention, right? Where do I want people to look when they look at my creation? And I want to bring people's eyes to the back side of this. And I want on the front people to see what the page cover is covering. Does that make sense? Like I'll show you. I'll pull down. Yeah, I got a couple journals up here. That'll work. All right, so let's get this glued on across here. And then we'll glue this down, and that's going to be our focal point. You could put a bow above it or a bow below it if you wanted. I particularly don't want to. We'll go here, and then we'll go there. Just like so. And that one's done. Okay, so this is going to be our focal point. And we are going to attach it right about here. Because like I said, we're going to trim part of this off to fit this bottom. And I do like that. And then if you noticed, I went in and I put stencils underneath and I inked it with that archival ink so you don't have any glaring white spots. All right, let's find something that doesn't object to having what's in my botanical. Okay, here's the journal that I made quite some time ago. Let's go here. So see on this side, you're going to see just this piece. And see, that looks nice on the page. Looks very nice. And then we flip it over, and on this side you see the sunflower through the page. Okay, and that is your focal point. And on this one, let's find one that's got a little more on it. What if we do it this way? Not much going on there, is there? But it still looks nice. Again, we have this going on. See, that's pretty. So it doesn't really matter which page you put it on, it's always going to look nice. And then your belly band, of course, would look good on one of these green pages, I believe. And then we could come in and stamp it. Put some stickers on it or whatnot. Okay, so there's that. Put that back here in just a second. Actually, I think I'm going to leave that in there because that was kind of pretty. All right, and then for our steampunk guy, if he ever dries, we're just going to do, I want to keep this carte postal because that I can put somewhere else. All right, we can just start carrying strips That might not be quite the right color. Let's go with this guy. He's a little more, yeah, he'll match a little better. All right, so we're going to go this side first. And remember, it's about a 1/2 inch. Let's do our tearing so that it covers nicely, and we get to see some of that background. See? And I feel like I want to use my soot for this guy. We want him dark, dark, dark. Because he's steampunk. And then the black soot shows up really nice. Okay, he'll get glued there. And again, we're just going to collage, and then I'll go through and I will find something to be my focal point. And as far as steampunk goes, I have lots and lots and lots of that. So we're just going to glue, 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 and glue until our heart's content. Okay. I'll get this done and then I'll bring back our focal point. Stay tuned. We are so close to the end. Be right back. All right, guys, for the back of this one, I found my focal point. I went through some of my stickers. I may have to re-glue that, but I went through some of my stickers. Let's get some of that glare off. Right? Oh, I had it a second ago. There we go. And I don't like that white line around it, but we can change that. And we're going to, and I'm not particularly fond of whatever that is in the middle, so we're going to change that. We're going to glue this down better. I don't know why that one spot didn't want to stick. Okay, so now let's get this guy inked and glued on there. Grunge up that face just a little bit. And I'm pretty sure these were just cardstock. So we're going to glue him down there. Instantly changes that photo. And now we have something that looks like that. Okay, and that works. Then I don't like this white going around. So I have some choices. I could go in with a black marker or a black pen, or I could do something like this. We could come in with our black metallic. Of course, after we do this, we're going to have to let it dry. And we can do a border with the black metallic. And now it's got a little bit of interest. Oh, look, my watch is coming up. That piece is coming up. What else might we do that would help bring this out? I know what I'm thinking, but we're not there yet. I gotta let this black part dry. I'll show you what it is I am going to do, though. All right, so here's this one. We can't do too much more with this one until it dries, of course. But look at that. Okay, no more white. We got some more steampunk look there. Find my lids. My paint doesn't dry out. Now that definitely gives it some curb appeal. Just like that. See? Now then, I can come back in with my silver. I lost my silver. Hi-ho, silver went away. Here it is. Okay, so now I can come in with these, and I could go to the inside and do a drop, or I could go right on top. Let me get it out. There we go. So I could go here, drop, here a drop, there. See, and we're right on that black. And our watch is made in gold, but that doesn't matter. It's steampunk. It will not matter. So I'm going to try to line this one up. Line that one up. Here. Here. And there. So we'll let that dry. And that will be our focal point. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And then of course our front has either what's in the window or that bottom piece. You tell me, where do your eyes go on the front? I know that glare. I gotta go wash my hands, guys, and let this side dry. And I appreciate you coming along for Key Focus and Inked Layers. I hope that this has been an adventure for you, much like it's been an adventure for me. I appreciate all of you for coming along, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of my channel. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoyed today's video, please share my channel with your crafty friends. It helps me to grow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.